The new Club World Cup has been plagued by reports that nobody was buying tickets, but I went on a mission to find the least attended match in the entire tournament. I entered the matrix. I crunched the numbers. I'm not even typing, and I narrowed it down to this one match, and it happened to be played right next to where I grew up. So I had to go. So I was headed down to Florida for what was sure to be a humdinger of a match between Mamelodi Sundowns and Ulsan HD Park. And we have a couple of goals here. One, obviously make it to the match, which in Florida is no guarantee. Two, we want to find somebody that traveled all the way from South Africa to come to this game. And three, we want to find somebody that came all the way from South Korea to come to this game. This is going to be difficult, and it starts with a hellish drive. So we're in the car, we're ready to set sail, but that's just the beginning of our challenge to actually get to this match, because lo and behold, we actually have to drive on one of the most dangerous roads in all of the United States to get from my hometown of Tampa, which is over here, to Orlando, where this game is, that we're the only person going to. So, and I mean this, buckle your seat belts. Seriously, you gotta be safe. Okay, come on. Showtime. No, wait. I forgot something. You need these for proper road safety. A sick pair of driving sunglasses. Oh, yeah. Okay, we've made it. And I'm not gonna lie, there's very little traffic, and we got a parking spot pretty easily. We had to pay $20. Almost certain that I got scammed, but it's time to get rid of the driving sunglasses. They're very strict about what they let in the stadium. I've been to one of the Club World Cup games before, so we are phone only to be able to get it in so that we don't get stopped by security, because I tried to bring in anything else before, and we got stopped. No way. Palm tree. We must be in the right place. The stadium's right up there, and as you can probably see, we're walking in 20 minutes before the game, and there's not a lot of people on the walk in. I know I'm in the sun, or wrong side of the sun, but I need to talk right now. Okay, there's a couple of things, a couple important things to consider. One, the game is at 6. That means that basically everybody, even if you wanted to go to the game, is probably getting in and off work right now, and the traffic in Florida, particularly around Orlando, is heinous. Almost every factor is working against this altogether, and all of that was considered when we carefully selected this game. Are there more policemen at the game than actual fans? I don't know. But we're right outside the stadium. 15 minutes to match time. Oh, have I mentioned? There's another challenge for us. I still don't have a ticket to this game, so we have to purchase that right now. But on the bright side, we're looking good. So if you look good, tickets should be easy to find. Is there a place I can buy a ticket?
Yes.
Box office, perfect. I just went to the box office, and apparently me trying to be fancy for video was too analog. I have to buy the ticket online, so give me a second.
Thanks for coming.
Nice.
Thank you.
We got like an enthusiasm guy firing everybody up. I can work with that. Okay. Beautiful weather for a beautiful game. Okay, I found a little corner. I'm not gonna lie, I saw one person that was wearing the merch of either of the teams playing in this game walking into this stadium. So the challenge is gonna be harder than I thought. We have to find one person that traveled from South Africa, one person that traveled from South Korea, and we have to have fun. I think we will have fun, but it's time to actually look at the stadium, because we made our pick that this was gonna be the least attended game. I'm not gonna lie, I think we might be right.
There is no one here. Like, really not a lot of people are here.
So right before the game was starting, I was about to try and find my way to my seats. I noticed the concourse got a lot more full, so me being incredibly inquisitive, I decided to head to the railing to investigate. When we got to the railing, I realized we've been struck by Florida's greatest issue, a weather delay. Lightning in the area. So the game that is supposed to be the least attended Club World Cup game is now also subject to a weather delay 2 minutes before kickoff. I think we might be in for an all-time low here. I don't think I could have crafted this any better. But now what happens is we basically wait for there not to be lightning in the area, and then the game can start. This is so hard to do without a stabilizer. I should have tried to sneak one into the stadium. I am so sorry. If you have any tech complaints about the filming of this video, be sure to address your complaint letters to FIFA and the Club World Cup. I'll tell you one thing though, I am determined to have a good time. We are just going to interview people until lightning stops. So why have you decided to come to this match?
Well, Benfica was supposed to be here on Friday,
right? So I'm coming to here to see them on Friday, but I just like, why not? It's only $28. It's gonna be nobody was here, so I just showed up.
And you dragged your wife.
Yeah, I dragged my wife into this.
It happens. So how did you end up at this game?
It's just my vacation right now. Plus, I mean, being a Korean citizen, I had to come out and support Ulsan.
So you're rooting for Ulsan?
Absolutely.
You have a score prediction?
I want to say 3-1 Ulsan. I think it'll be crazy. I don't know. I'm hoping a crazy game today.
You have a weather delay prediction.
I hope that in the next 10 minutes we'll get back into the seats. I don't know, though. We'll see.
Are you enjoying the atmosphere?
Absolutely. Yeah, so far so good. I can't wait to see what the other games have to show, especially that Bayern game.
Oh, yeah. We talked before I started this. You're going to the Bayern game in Miami?
Yeah, I am. It's going to be crazy, I hope, because I've seen, what was it, with them, Boca playing against Benfica. It was nuts. That game was crazy with 2 red cards and then those late equalizers.
What do you think they can do to try and increase interest in these Club World Cup games?
God, I have no idea. It's tough after a long season for it to be kind of mixed in with preseason at the same time, so it's a bit strange. Maybe this left the kickoff times a little bit later, but I mean, there are games that have later times. I don't know, this 12 o'clock game's going to have nobody in it. I saw Chelsea versus LAFC was like an empty stadium.
Yeah, well, at least they weren't getting hit by lightning.
True, exactly, yeah. Sadly, we are, so...
Look out.
So basically, right when I'd lost all hope that we were going to find any fans at all, I ran into the entire Mamelodi Sundowns fan section. They did a lap around the stadium on the concourse, and the vibes have been restored. I'm having a good time.
Okay, I think I found the heart and soul of Mamelodi Sundowns. Did you travel from South Africa for this game?
All the way from South Africa, more than 35 hours to get here.
Wow. And,
Yes.
and what's the inspiration for this headdress that you've got going on?
For my look, you know, when you look at Sundowns, you see Brazilian, and when you see my look, you see Brazil. Even though I'm from South Africa, so we here.
Oh, yeah, score prediction.
2-0, it's obvious. We need to win. This is the simplest game for us.
If you could tell everybody one thing about Mamelodi Sundowns, what would you tell them?
They took South African football to the world. We are here expressing the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, some of us
and
have-
Samba.
And Samba, yes.
So I was trying to find people that traveled all the way to this game. Did you travel all the way from South Africa?
No, I'm from Botswana originally, but I have family in South Africa. I'm
Okay.
familiar with Sundowns, and it's a pretty good team. You know what I'm saying? But I live in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, so this was a
It's like a 2-hour trip.
perfect. Then how did you link up with all these other people then?
And the world of football is a big community. We all connect. So I just met these people out here. But I know a few people, but I met most people here.
Are you excited for this tournament?
Man, this is the Club World Cup. Club World Cup. When is it coming again?
Yeah, like when are you going to get to watch your team again?
Thank
I don't
you.
know.
I don't
Next
know.
time you get
I don't
back.
know, but we're winning today.
Winning today.
We
We're winning
are
today.
winning.
Okay, we have successfully found somebody that has traveled all the way from South Africa. And I'm not going to lie, there's a large group of them back there. So I think we can check that off, including people in the South African community that have ended up here, which is amazing and awesome. And even if the Club World Cup doesn't get a lot of people that go there, if you are from Botswana and live in Jacksonville and a lifelong Mamelodi Sundowns fan, you've basically died and gone to heaven here, which is cool. So how did you end up here?
So we came on holiday here, or vacation, say in the States. This is our last day, isn't it? Yeah. We thought we'd come to a Club World Cup game. Not going very well so far, but yeah.
And how did you end up here?
I got dragged along.
That's not the first time that's happened today. No. What do you think about Mamelodi Sundowns against Ulsan?
I don't even know who those teams are.
I'm expecting a really tight game. You know, I'm expecting some top quality football. You know, they've got the guys up front. They've got the guy in goal. They've got defenders as well. So yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah. So yeah,
perfect.
it should be good if it happens.
The Club World Cup. So you traveled all the way from South Africa to be here.
Yes, I came from South Africa to watch my husband in the Matandawana team. And,
We saw from the jersey. Who is your husband and how long has he played for Sundowns?
he's Arthur Salis, and since August we live in South Africa. We love the country.
And are you excited for the Club World Cup?
Of course we are. I'm very, very excited and nervous, more nervous than Arthur.
What Arthur is excited as well for the tournament?
Yes, of course. He came for Sundowns to play the club.
So he was preparing for this. And what do you think of the stadium?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, yes. It's nice. Very
And
nice.
it was score prediction for the game.
2-0, one goal from my husband and one from Lucas Ribeiro.
Okay. So how did you end up here?
Well, you know, I'm kind of a soccer sicko. I host a show on Action Sports Jacks called Fleet and Footy, so I figured I had to get some footage for it. Had to show how to get a Mamelodi Sundowns jersey to top it all off.
Oh.
It's Puma. Big shout out to the
with the Club World Cup patch. I see it.
Exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
beautiful. No, and you were like, I want to go watch Mamelodi Sundowns play Ulsan.
Yeah, I'm only 2 hours away in Jacksonville, Florida. I work for the Jacksonville Armada, future MLS Next Pro team. So really excited about it.
Soccer's sicko. I love it.
Yeah.
You have to be to enjoy
It's
this.
true.
And I am, so I'm enjoying it. Thank you.
The interviews were going well, but we still hadn't found our white whale, a fan from South Korea. Then I saw them. Oh, yeah.
How did you end up at this game? Did you travel from Korea?
Yeah, all the way around from the other side of the world.
Wow. How long was that?
It took me about 20 hours.
Wow.
From Incheon to Vancouver, from Vancouver to New York, from New York to Orlando.
And did you travel too?
Yeah, sure. I traveled too.
Are you here for the whole tournament, or did you come all that way for just this game?
We're supposed to stay here for about 5 or 6 days. Yeah. So we visited a Universal Studio and Disney World as well. Yeah, Orlando is such a big city. I love it.
Was it difficult to fit that in your suitcase?
I reckon so, yeah. Even though I'm Korean, I am not familiar with wearing on Korean traditional outfits. So it is quite rare, for me to wear this kind of traditional clothing. It's very comfortable.
Oh, so you're more comfortable than I am right now. I would imagine it's the shoes. I mean, that's way better than this right here. Yeah, okay. Is there somewhere where I can get this?
Maybe there is no in Orlando, maybe. But you could look it up.
Is Ulsan going to win this game whenever it actually starts?
Yeah, right.
Maybe 2-0.
Oh, yeah, 2-1. Ulsan win.
Well, I hope so for your sake. Yeah.
With any luck. But, I'm here to enjoy. That's what's important.
And if there's one thing you could tell the world about Ulsan,
You never underestimate Korean team, okay?
don't underestimate their play or their fashion. Okay, we've actually, because of the rain delay, been able to check off 2 parts of our checklist very quickly. We managed to meet somebody from South Korea that came here for the game. We managed to meet somebody from South Africa that came here for the game. Now, the only third part of the checklist is we have to have a good time. And I'm not going to lie, this delay's gone on for almost an hour. That's becoming increasingly difficult. The announcement's gone off that everybody's headed back to their seats. There has not been a lightning strike in the area for 30 minutes, which means the Club World Cup match in Orlando between Ulsan and Mamelodi Sundowns is back on. Not gonna lie to you, there is kind of a camaraderie here. I found my seats. They're quite nice. We got them for like $40, which still feels like I paid too much somehow. But there was just a big chance for Ulsan, and everybody was actually super excited. Like just the general fans that are all here just randomly. Everybody's really emotionally invested in this game now. I think it might have been the weather delay. There's a pretty good vibe. Sun-based update. I think the weather delay is gone, and I am now blind. There's huge drama going down right now. Mamelodi Sundowns just scored, or I thought they scored, but it's been called back on a VAR review for contact with the head. So if this game could possibly get any more scuffed or chaotic, I think we are well on our way there. 0-0 after 30 minutes. The board says handball. The ref said somebody kicked somebody else in the head. I have no idea. Does it matter? So, goal scored. This time it counts. Mamelodi Sundowns looks like the better team. Is that what we expected? I don't know what we expected. Is it? Maybe? Let's play a game. In the upper deck, how many individual people are there? But hello, look at that sunset. Oh, yeah. A second goal was just called back for Mamelodi Sundowns, and I feel like we're about to start a South African riot in Orlando. Far more drama than potentially expected from this match. Because believe it or not, lightning delay and everything, we are less than 40 minutes in. The ball has gone in the net 3 times, and it is 1-0. But it's halftime. It is a sweaty Florida night, but I'm kind of loving it. I know my last checkbox is I have to find a way to have fun at this game, and I don't think I need to try that hard because really, like if this was a normal home game for a normal club, it would be more depressing because all the people that are supposed to be there are there. But there's this almost camaraderie of the people that are here, especially after the lightning delay. Everybody's just really emotionally invested in the game and kind of understands why it's empty because it's 2 teams from the other side of the world, basically, and it's just a one-off. It's like a fascination Everybody's really fascinated with what's happening. And the match itself has been very exciting, and let's be honest, it was very easy to get great seats. So kind of right in the action. Also, another advantage of there not being a lot of people here, I'm willing to bet that it's very easy to get something from the concession stand, so we're going to go do that. Yeah, this is the halftime line, so that's not bad. Can I get a chicken sandwich, please? And a water would be great. Thanks. A fancy cup. Look at that. Be so honest. I know I paid $20 for it, but I'm pretty sure that's the whole chicken. There's no way it's not. I promise my hands aren't small. I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. I only spilled half. These seats don't suck. So we've decided to reposition for the second half. Figured I'd give you guys the other angle. We are now right behind the VAR screen, so I'm kind of hoping there's a VAR review in the second half, and we're right behind both of the coaches. This is what the stands look like from the other side. Honestly, the upper deck, I was sleeping on. But most importantly, these pants. Look, all I'm saying, if I was wearing those, my balls would be in my stomach. That doesn't mean he doesn't look good. He's rocking that. Not gonna lie, part of this, I feel like I'm on the bench over here. All right, final 10 minutes in the swamp, and while I'm still really struggling to digest that entire chicken sandwich, which has been deleted properly, the game's starting to heat up, sweaty as hell, crowd's into it, vibes are as high as they've been in the entire game. It sounds like a match in here. It really does. I also put the official attendance up on the board, 3,400. We'll do the math on that later. Well, the game's over. Mamelodi Sundowns held on for a 1-0. Second half wasn't exciting, but what was exciting was tracking the crowd size the entire game. It turned into a pretty nice vibe. It really did. It is a little surreal when your post-match walk through the stadium on the concourse is this empty. So let's review the checklist for today's game. Number 1, get a ticket. We nearly fumbled that, but we did manage to get one online. That's the only way you can do it, I guess. Number 2, meet somebody that traveled all the way from South Africa for this game. Check. And she had amazing headgear. Then, number 3, we had to meet somebody that traveled all the way from South Korea to this game. Check. Amazing full body gear. And then number 4, did I have fun? To be honest, this was weird, but it wasn't uncomfortable. It had all the trappings of a big, important match, the big anthemic songs. It had the big banners on the field, the individual player introductions. But it also had, maybe 3,000 people there. A stadium that was 80 to 90 to 95% empty. I was filming the entire thing on a new weird phone setup, which I was trying to learn, so the whole thing felt scuffed in that way for me too. But I did have fun. It was a unique sporting event. I've been to a ton of sporting events in my life, obviously. This one was unique. I don't think anybody really knew what to feel about it, but I know that the fans of these two clubs, the ones that were able to make it around the world, were genuinely excited to see their club playing in it. And the tourist fans very quickly got really behind these two teams, especially after the kumbaya effect of a weather delay. So, yes, number 4. Did I find a way to have fun? Absolutely. I had a chicken sandwich the size of my head, which, as we know, is not easy to find. And the atmosphere was great. The match was fun. It is the Club World Cup, a great thing, a great idea that they should keep doing. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not your parents. You can decide for yourself, right? I took you to the match. You do the rest. You met the people that went there. You saw the whole thing. But I'm glad that I went to the match. I would have rather gone to this match than not. That's about all I can say. Tell you one thing, I would have rather had an actual camera, because what am I doing walking, talking to my phone in my hand? When did I become this guy? When do you cross that river? I don't know.